So it puts a well, it does put a timer to White Fires as well. It's a bit of a pressure for your BAZAAR team to kind of just keep the pushes delayed and happening on White Fires.
BAZAAR going for a smoke here once again, completely opposite sides of the map, so I can't imagine this is going to be connecting onto anyone. Nice cliff ward place. Sending in the Hawks.
They want to get that tier 1 talent, but they're going to be fine with that over on Wi-Fi. So they're like, okay, we'll take this this last tier 2 then.
Yeah, it's really shown a difference in timings for these sort of compositions that they're running. Slow, siege, waiting to buy time for the anti-mage versus the sort of fast pushing lineup. The TPs are coming in now from White Freedoms. Looks like they might, or White Fries I should say, trying to test this. Here we go, Stampede moving in, Blink Dagger coming in. Static Storm connects, but that's a Chaos Reference onto the two of them. Are they going to have to find it? The Raw committed as well. Fatal Bombs doing a lot of damage to them. Stunning up for a long time. When Falling quite weak, gets stunned up, that will be a second kill going their way. Trying to run down these players, but pretty much scattered all over the place. Look at Zhang, just trying to buy time for his team, cutting in the mid waves.
Yeah, and it is making a slight little push, but X-Freedom has clocked onto it. He's already gone to his mid lane now to clean up that initial push in. Again, I don't know, just as fat as the AM is getting, so is the Lone Druid, and I'm feeling a Lone Druid a lot stronger than an AM round about now.
Absolutely. Lone Druid working his way towards that Shadow Blade. Online with all their items. It's on about 10k net worth right now, much higher than the Anti-Mage. Of course, Anti-Mage is going to be spiraling out of control pretty soon with that Battle Fury, but to get to that point in the first place. Glimpse comes back, SS getting brought forward, utilising his bear, just keeping it in one place for now, but the team is there to back him up. Shrapnel going to be giving them vision of the high ground, which means they can just assault this using the bear as the frontliner. Exactly what they're going to be doing. Bloodlust popped off onto them, using the aura buff as well. It's going to be transforming there and back again, trying to bring it down. The raise does take down the bear, but immediately just comes right back up again, and the assault continues. This slow siege, what do you do against it? Bear, fall, taken down, not brought back again. That's another 600 gold fed to Schwan there, but the tower falls, and the Fatal Bonds connects with absolutely everyone, forced into an unfavourable position here. White Price still looking to press the issue. This Rax should be falling.
Well, AM's doing probably the best thing you can do, and that's just split pushing, you know, trying to play off the fact that what they're doing is just as costly. They are sending some TPs back now to actually deal with the AM, but he can just easily get away just with his blink alone. So they do lose HY, but somebody has to tank that glimpse in the end, and I think out of all the heroes you wanted to pick, it probably would have been the Ogre Magi.
When are they going to start taking up these shrines is what I want to know. They have the opportunity to do so.
Ah yes, very good point, Brett. So they can start doing, I think that would be the next step really choke out that AM. So yeah, at least if he TPs back to his base, he can't just, or if anybody stays about in the base for a long period of time, he can't just rejoin their AM or restart another push. Oh, they actually clocked onto the AM. They want to all get on top of him right now.
Are they going to have enough lockdown though? That's the question.
He even got Shadow Blade on the Lone Druid. Oh.
Next Freedom has spotted him. They're waiting for the blink, invisibility on the
Oh my
Centaur.
god, they're gonna get, I think they'll get him here.
Stun, trying to combo it up. Beautiful work so far. Assassinate comes out. Oh, escaping. Really needed to time their stuns well for that one.
I think Big A, I guess he was, you know, heavily out of range, and because he used his assassinate instead of just right clicking the AM, didn't really affect him as much. He's got that level 4 spell shield, so it's just like a scratch to him basically. Whilst just a couple of clicks of a sniper right click would have been much better.
Well, HY will be the sacrificial lamb once again, pushing a little bit too far forward in the middle lane. He will fall. Oh, Zhang is finding his items. 11k net worth. He's bought a bit of time for his team as well. He's got that Yasha on the go, recipe for the Manta Star stored. All he needs now is that big old ultimate orb, and he will find the next major item.
So they find pickoffs here just because AM is splitting the map so much that they're forced over on the side of White Fries to kind of split up a little bit, and this is all well and good in an AM and disrupt the world. They can just pick off these players in these poor positions. And he has got his Manta right round about now, and he's even building into a Basher next, so he's really going to be primed to getting these pickoffs as well. It won't be enough if they send just a certain player back to deal with the AM. It has to be particular heroes to actually defend out some of these split pushes.
White Fries are in a weird scenario where they're realizing, oh god, if we let this anti-mage get a little bit out of control, because the timings are getting missed here. This is a top tier 2 going to be falling here to the anti-mage. Zhang has bought so much time for his team, he's moving even further forward, so the TPs are forced back, and I think White Fries now are in an uncomfortable position where they have to decide, well, how are we actually going to be dealing with this anti-mage now?
I think they had the right idea in the first place where they were pushing back, so I think if they just kept pushing it, I still think an AM at that point wouldn't have done as much damage as like the Lone Druid and the Sniper and the any dropped golems or whatnot during that little fighting period, but you know, they're just not going one way or the other. They keep going, oh, we'll push out this lane a little bit, oh now we need to go back for AM, okay, AM, and it just kind of does a bit and wastes more time, and time is all AM needs right now. He is slowly building his arsenal and I can see him completely shutting down Sniper, because Sniper's not having a good farming game because he decided to go back for the Shadow Blade instead of a farming item.
Maelstrom may have been a better choice in this situation, just to clear out those waves. He's missing loads of CS on mid.
I think it's to avoid the glimpses as well. There's Shadow Blades.
Freedom forced to pop the Stampede, get the hell out of there. As Zhang just forcing the issue a little bit, bringing him down quite weak. BAZAAR hidden when into the tree line.
Ooh, I just realised they've picked up these Shadow Blades because I think they want to knock off the spell shield onto Anti-Mage.
What, with the Silver Edge?
Yeah, they've got the Silver Edge up on Lone Druid now. I think that's probably the same idea that they're going to go with the Sniper.
I like it.
And once they've tagged him up, that will make him very susceptible to Centaur Warrunner, to Warlock, to Ogre Magi. So, good itemization actually. But it's really a... You know, if they can pull it off sort of thing, they need to catch him with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure they'll let him do, if he'll actually be susceptible to that. Especially if they know he has it. Very quiet game.
It is, it's all quiet, isn't it? It's not a lot happening because I think, again, White Fries realised, oh god, we've let this anti-mage kind of crawl out of control out of nowhere. 22 minutes in and the man has found incredible amount of farm. He's got the Vanguard, he's got the Manta Star, working towards that Skull Basher and Abyssal Blade eventually. It's actually insane. If we just take a quick look at the gold per minute, he's on 650. Same as Lone Druid, but bearing in mind the amount of buildings they've taken is almost exactly the same. And they still have made no attempt to take down these shrines.
I think they need to maybe split put off with I think they need Centaur in one lane, Lone Druid in one, and then the Sniper and the two supports in another.
Here we go.
To stop all the split push.
Right onto Yang, they're gonna wait for it. They fear him up, rake him up. Savage Roar, Root as well, coming out, breaks it off. Back. Freedom, trying to find him. Is he gonna try and wait for the Blade Dagger? Good roar, but the Chaotic Offering just about misses him. Meanwhile, Zhang moving into the back lines, TP's away. And Wen also somehow hightails it out of there. They wasted the Chaotic Offering.
And with that Manta Star as well, you can, like you just saw before you could Manta out of those roots as well, so not even the Lone Druid is a good way to counteract that anti-mage more.
Fear gets popped off onto SS, but the Rolling Boulder will still commit. Root ends up getting broken, Rolling Boulder to try and save his life, but no, it'll be well falling in the end.
That Fear was still a very good idea coming out from the Lone Druid, because it stopped Earth Spirit putting on an additional Stone Revenant that would have boosted his Rolling Boulder.
'Tis mine.
Okay. Grouping up. SSS just trying to farm up those ancients, get in a position where they can man fight the Anti-Mage. It's the lockdown they're super struggling with. Now they're going to be going for Roshan. They have a Medallion. Minus armor them up. Multicast with Bloodlust. Means the Big A is going to be pretty happy. And SS also just slamming home. Double damage on the sniper. Roshan will be falling. Now WL to try and initiate in, but I don't think we'll be seeing any attempts anytime soon. And the Aegis will be going to the Lone Druid.
So this is a nice step. They can use this as a tool into their high ground push, make it escalate a lot longer, let Lone Druid kind of step out of line and play a bit more dangerously to just in exchange for more damage onto these the racks and whatnot.
Pinging off Yang like they wanted to take him out, but again, thinking twice about it, Whitefry's forced to back off. And they are struggling to find a decent engagement to go in on. They can't really split push because all the lanes are being pushed in here by Anti-Mage. Try and go on a single player, and even if they pick up a support, still Anti-Mage is going to be constantly split pushing and forcing their attention away to somewhere else. Wen's doing a brilliant job of creating vision.
BAZAAR's Wen is trying to go for maybe some split push, but well, actually no, he spotted out Lone Druid. I was a little bit worried that he would come out to kind of cut the creep wave, but all he's done is maybe essentially showing his position to the Lone Druid. But
Anti-Mage is found low. Going to be running them down. Break comes out. Mantis-Style popped out as well. He can TP away at a moment's notice, but I think it's Mantis-Style Illusions. He ends up committing the mana break there.
300 gold.
300 gold, mana void, I should say. Meanwhile, in the top lane, WL in a bit of trouble. BAZAAR is going to get picked up by Big A. But you trade one player for another. By player, I mean Bear. Already a big pick-off, is it? Still, losing the support from BAZAAR going to hurt them a little bit, but still, like, what, 600 gold lead going their way? And it's a 4k net worth to BAZAAR right now. They've somehow found their footing back into this game.
I mean, I think the grip it's only getting easier for BAZAAR at this point, and I think if you're over on Whiteflies now, you might be thinking, maybe we should take this into the ultra late game, where you're thinking how you're going to defend your high ground from these things and getting your sniper and Lone Druid just like obnoxiously huge.
Mocha 10 by Whiteflies. This I feel like should have been happening a little bit earlier. They missed the ball a little bit. They still have SSS in this bottom lane. I think they're going to be attempting here the Rax push, but with Anti-Mage at a moment's notice, going to be in a bit of trouble moving forward. Both is going to get cleared up. Lone Druid's there taking a bit of damage. Still moving into the back lines is the smoked members of Whiteflies. Tron going to be sending in those remnants. The Bear falling very weak, just about gets out, but these right-click damages is going to force out the glyph here. Still,
AM is fighting back though.
Exactly, he's going to be bringing down this mid-tier 1. The Mantis-Style popped off, forcing out a glyph of their own. Rax is going to go down, the melee Rax at that. That's going to force them back, but the roar comes out as well as the stun. They have caught out HY. Going to be a kill going towards them. Not quite there to get these players on the stun. They've got the boulder, but not going to be good enough. And Zhang is just slamming home this tower. Almost brings down a tier 3 by himself.
I mean, that was a pretty good trade in a way that they got a bottom Rax over on Whiteflies, and AN only managed to get some damage onto the tier 3. But he also picked up a tier 2 as well during that little engagement, so it's still looking better for Whiteflies, but now they just really need to keep that mid lane pushed out.
It's a struggle for them.
It's going to be hard because next time AM pushes, like split pushes, he's definitely going to take that mid tower no matter what lane pushes in.
Notice Lone Druid still has the Aegis as well. Not making good usage of it. It's bought a bit of space for them when they're taking down the Rax. Yes, they take down the melee Rax in the bottom lane, but look how far it's been pushed in by Zhang. So hard to keep on top of this, even when you have the superior creeps coming in.
And look at AM, look where he's going.
Great for the bottom Rax, yeah. Like he's going to try and buy a bit more time for his team. The initiation comes in. WL will fall to the double edge of X Freedom. But again, you lose one player. The rotations are coming in. The TP's here by Big A as he's rotated back in. Burning wants to go for this mid tower. He's going to be trying to get the back door going on it. TP's forced out. Mantis-Style going to be popped off as well. TP's cancelled meanwhile in this top lane.
Oh no, AM
the back. Beautiful stuff. AM moving forward. He's brought Big A down to slivers of HP. Mana Void not going to be killing him off. Mr. Zhang here trying to still force down these creep waves. Huey will HY just running him down. Sends out the ignite, but not going to be finding enough to stave him off just yet. That was a great TP cancel going on from BAZAAR there. In the meanwhile, they did sacrifice their disruptor here, Mr. Yang, but bought them enough time to take down that mid-tier 3. And now they can start to focus their attention onto the shrines as well.
That would have been absolutely huge if they got the kill onto Big A as well. It did look like it, but thank God for Central Aurora and they're popping off that Stampede, letting Big A actually get out of that sticky situation.
Thank God for Sniper's absolutely terrible mana pool, I think you should be saying. Because he took no damage at all from the mana boy.
Yeah,
but
that's a very good point.
Ends up falling to Chuan there in the top lane, I think. Indeed it was. He was a bit out of position. That's a 3 times killing spree going their way. How much gold is that? Almost a 1.5k net worth swing once again.
And
BAZAAR.
Golden heart.
Like a heart. Goodness me.
So he can stop like tanking these like towers by himself, pretty much making the creeps push along with him. So
no, I hate to say it, but when anti-mage gets this out of control, when you don't have the lockdown to deal with it from an early on offset, what do you do? Can you do?
You can push it to the ultra late game, I suppose, because believe it or not, like in the much later stages of the game where I guess mana regen and stuff like that isn't that big of an issue, stuff like that.
Yeah, he's much less scary.
Yeah, it's much less scary, but then again, it's changed a little bit because the talent tree 50 seconds off Mana Void cooldown is pretty good, to say the least. So that makes him a bit more of a powerhouse in this late game. But I can see you know those sort of games where you've played, Bren, where you played up against a sniper that's been losing or something, and he claws it back. He gets like a huge amount of like damage onto him. And he's just like a lighthouse of just pure sadness, shooting his beam of just death at you, and you can't get anywhere near him. Even an anti-mage will struggle.
Playing 5 mans with the boys and they mess up a chronosphere. I remember it fondly. Letting that sniper escape away with the Shadow Blade because nobody's carrying detection. I'm getting triggered. Not
just one sniper, you've got technically 2 snipers on that team as well.
Yeah.
So I guess if the backs really get pushed to the wall, it's going to be a annoying game for BAZAAR. It's an annoying game for both of these teams, really.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Still, Zhang just happy to farm up. Looks like he's going for that butterfly as his next item. I can understand that. I was saying maybe the Ags, but again, what would Ags do really when you think about it? And he's actually going to be pressing the issue here against the shrines, forcing White Fries to rotate into him.
Yeah, there's nothing really the Ags can do here, to be honest, unless he wants to lay down some fatal bombs of his own.
He'll be trying to jump onto them, but well, Zhang's already out of there. Try and pause.
Well, Bren, I hope you weren't expecting to get some sleep tonight, because this is going to be one long game, I think.
Oh, need the sleep. Try and moves forward. We ended up
nice
the Requiem, but not going to be good enough yet. Excellent TP cancel there from White Fries and finding a much needed pick off to find them ways into the game.
I wonder when it was going. Oh no, it's not the got the creep wave. God, look at SSS, he's a hunter! He wants to get this kill
he's so quick. He's so quick! Right clicks!
Oh my god!
Oh. Right, gets glimpsed back. Still, White Fry's happy to push us in now with that 1-pick advantage.
No, but the split push isn't good enough from AM. He hasn't got enough time, and this is an excellent opening for White Fries now.
Tron forced to buy back, and remember he's going to be on map. Much half of his soul is going to have a none available. Still the fear coming out of the anti-mage. So much damage. Big pack of Titan to the back. Picks up his sniper almost immediately. BKB's forced out. You have the evil as well. Trying to put in this damage as they possibly can. White Light going to be putting in the work to stun off Twan. Forced him up onto the high ground. Does escape in the meanwhile. Still, White Fries falling to pieces here. The back line is Zhang moving even further forward, seeing if he can find an opening. Getting body blocked by the bear, but he does have that added catch-up mechanic, the blink built in. Instead, opting to go for high here. WL is going to fall in the end. Trading 1-for-1, but he will be falling eventually. And there we go, killing spree. The root comes out. SSS wants to fight. This Manta Style comes out. Fear popped off by SSS once again. We're going to see Yang in a bit of a sticky situation, forced back. Abyssal Blade onto SSS, moving back, even further forward. No mana available. Rooted though, he's going to be blinking straight onto him, I believe. Haste Rune popped off on SSS, so he can escape out of there should he so wish. What is going on in this game?
Wow, that was very, very manly coming out from SS there, but if against that anti-mage is much stronger than right now. He's just got the level 25. I'm surprised he hasn't picked out that talent tree yet for the... Oh, he's gone for the level 25 in agility. Okay. I thought he would prefer the burst potential, but instead he's going for the plus 25. He's also got to pick up that Aegis there. We're going on to the anti-mage right now. So he's pulled down very low.
Still, no Aegis in hand for the anti-mage. Going to be backing off to let that heart regen come into effect. Queen, meanwhile, dying. He's respawning pretty quickly. He's got that negative, yeah, he does minus 35 second respawn. I was wondering how he was getting back so quickly, but there we have it.
Ah, yes. So,
interesting game we've got here. I
mean, Lone Druid still has a lot of room to improve upon here. He's still got like a few fair slots, and he can even throw some things onto the bear as well. So I guess if the issue with the TA earlier will not be happening for SS. They're all quite timid, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of big plays being made here. Shadowfiend just needs 2 more souls until he can get that full amount of damage available to him.
Oh, there's a good pickup from Lone Druid. He's going for the Bloodthorn. So he can manta out of that initial route, but can he manta out of a Bloodthorn and a route?
Not quite. Lotus Orb picked up by the Warlock though. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Reflect
that's
well. And it's also the spell, isn't it, as well? So
yeah, shut down Beastmaster.
Decent job.
Also, you can lay it on then any target that's been glimpsed as well, because you know that they're going to be receiving a lot of hate in the coming seconds. Let's not forget there's a Shadowfiend in this game who just reminded us with a Eye of Skadi pickup. We haven't really seen him have much impact as he did the last game.
Yeah, he's just hanging back, really, farming up passively. He can understand and he can really afford to do so, actually. Just he's got his anti-mage creating so much room for him. I've been in a situation with this, what the Shadowfiend's in right now, where you're just picking up the scraps off the table. Right? They're just falling off. Anti-mage is just suck. He's literally vacuuming every creep off the map and turning them into like fast processed meat, and he's just consuming it at the same time, just in one continuous streak of gold.
You may have the easy camp, and you're like, okay, sure.
Exactly. You're like desperate. You're like, oh, I don't have enough souls. Can I please have a creep? Come on. But yeah, he's it's a happy situation, to be honest, to be in, because your anti-mage is powerful enough to hold his own, and you've also got this second like sort of backup carry that's slowly building away. Look, he's building into the Skadi, so a lot of stats being built, so he's going to have that right
vacuum, he has picked up a butterfly during his vacuuming adventures.
Oh my god.
So now they haven't really got a reliable damage source onto him, and the Sniper and the Lone Druid.
He's gone for the plus 25 agility as well instead of the Mana Void.
Bit questionable, but
I don't know, it's not bad. You get a lot of
well, obviously, none of these level 25s are going to be bad, are they?
I don't know, there's, wasn't there that plus 6 Treants meme?
I don't know what you're talking about, that was just way too powerful.
Classic. Legit Army is here. SS. Oh, that's tasty. Didn't quite get any cargo sniping off it, but they ping out the ward.
You know, be a cool pickle on the Lone Druid, a Aghanim Scepter. Get that bear as acting as the 6th hero.
True.
Actually, what's he gone for?
He's
gone for the 1.5 entangle duration. I thought he would actually have the Savage Core Roar on cooldown.
Oh, he has.
It's just we're getting to that point where everyone's turning level 25 now, so we're just having a quick flick round. Because I'm not sure, I've not at the level of Dota where I know all these off by heart. Are you, Bren?
I don't think many people are, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, the patch has been out for quite some time, so obviously casters, analysts, pro players are going to know the majority of the most played heroes, but...
I think I'll know, like, maybe the popular heroes, but, you know, some of these more...
If you were to ask me a random hero, I could not tell you. Not even heroes that I play a lot of, to be honest.
You know, it'd be cool.
It's just, as the game... Because they're all quite situational, right? They all come to, you know, whatever you need in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really need to remember. I make a decision there and then thinking where the game's going to go. You know.
Yeah, but what if you're playing against somebody? You need to know roughly what strange interaction is happening on. There's no obvious clear way about it that gets shown. Like, yeah, but it's still fiddly.
you click on heroes all the time in Dota. You're always checking items. And,
I want it on the scoreboard. Why not?
Right, I see. Easy mode now, is it?
Well, some of these things I suppose you don't always think about. You're just like, oh, I didn't know Clinked has fucking 25% extra evasion out of his ass.
Clinked is one of those heroes where he's not really played in the pro scene, is he? But when I play against him in matchmaking, I always think, oh, for God's sake, because more often than not, when I play against a Clink is when I'm playing support in a 5-man. And you're just like, oh, for God's sake.
He's in a good place right now. He's like, he's for the right lineup sort of thing. I know EG likes to pick him up here and there. It's just one of those, he's very timing based. If you fall behind with him, it kind of sucks, and you can only get like one item and then suddenly you have to get your BKB.
Interesting that the White Fries have turned this massive gold lead all the way around. It's only a 2.5 gold lead towards BAZAAR. They're going to be destroyed. Root comes out. Raw as well. Static Storm popped off into the backlines. Meanwhile, W1 putting in the damage. A lot of work being put into it. SSS ends up falling, moving even further forward to Sonic Arrow. And what am I talking about by Sonic Arrow? I meant to say Force Staff. That was a complete wrong phrase. But regardless of that, they picked up 3 kills coming out pretty strong and fast. No buyback on Mr. A-Big, so he's not going to be able to defend this high ground coming in. Lone Druid does have a buyback. Warlock does as well, but moving even further forward, it's going to be that 5-man push straight down mid and see what they can get done and what damage they can do. Is this the end, Turbo?
Well, the Sniper doesn't have buyback. The Lone Druid does. I think he's even got a talent as well that lets him. Yeah, he's got 40 seconds minus talent as well. I mean, I guess he didn't even have to buy back at that point of the game, but they all buy back just to make sense of it. And now it really is do or die for White Fries here.
Forced to go back because obviously the bottom lane being pushed in. That's the benefit of having that melee Rex disappeared.
Actually, I think that range rack is going down.
It's gone. See ya. Can't defend that. I mean, still, why not take the opportunity while it presented itself? Sniper going down with no buyback. You don't get that every day.
I think it's just counting on that they just have to make one more mistake now over on White Fries, and I think it's very possible. Dota, like, everybody makes mistakes in Dota constantly. I don't think there's no such thing as a perfect game that's happened so far. So it's very understandable for them to wait on the mistake coming out from White Fries. But I've learned something, Brent. I thought the Lotus Orb had a stronger disable. I mean dispel, sorry, but it's actually just a basic dispel, so it will not purge off the Beastmaster Roar. And I think the Warlock CH did not know that either. And when he went in to like dispel off his buddy who got roared up, he just sat there and got punched.
Smoke attempt here from White Fries, moving in. Markings are being made on the map to see if they can collect a player or two. They'll right down the middle lane here. They're just going to go... Oh, okay, I thought they were going to go straight to the high ground and try and go for the Rex, but I mean, backdoor protection would prevent that. Still just holding up on the high ground here. Big A waiting patiently. The bait is set and the team moves further inland. And yeah, that's exactly what they're going to be doing, moving in for the Rex.
AMA even TP backed as well to defend this.
Raw into the back, Static Storm to follow it up, Chaotic offering. Connection to BAZAAR in a bit of trouble. Moving in, the right clicks as well from X Freedom. Requiem popped off. Idoan finding these right clicks, double kill for the Shadow being Swan in a bit of trouble. It's a triple kill, mega kill streak for Zhang, and only one singular buyback left on the Centaur War Runner. This is going to be a game set match.
They need to go straight to the throne here. No messing about, no getting racks, maybe even that. Just get to the towers. And HY's like, what the hell am I supposed to do here?
He's stood there just thinking, come on guys, GG is
okay, we
called.
can do that.
Oh wow, GG. They realise it is over. They missed their timing. Look at that, that's the face of disappointment. The grand final's going to be going to BAZAAR. The more climatic mid-fights that we've seen in that game. BAZAAR Youth going to be meeting the sister team BAZAAR Gaming in the finals, or in the regional qualifiers I should say.
Yeah. That's very... I bet BAZAAR organisation are going to be very happy with their decisions.